together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Just me this morning, as we have a full card to go over. We have 10 games in the NBA, 11 in the NHL, so we got a lot of work to do. But quick recap of yesterday, and then we'll get right into it. Another disappointing day, and it's just one after another. Split out in hockey. The Islanders and the Sabres over the 5.5 was a winner. But the Rangers team total over was a loser. I should have played the Rangers -1 instead. I would have pushed instead of losing. That's frustrating there. New York, and then in the NBA went 1-3. New York Knicks team total under 115.5 loser. Full game under 217 loser. Lakers -9. They were up 20. What was it? 27 points at halftime? 20 or 15 or 25 points at halftime. And then they just forget what the second half is and completely give it all back away and don't cover. That was incredibly frustrating. And then the Nuggets, they were up and down and up and down and up and down, and they covered the 4.5. So they ended up losing the game, but they covered the 4.5. So can't complain too much there for me. So we have so it was a down day, down 1.5 units, but we'll get into today's card, and then we'll go from there. I'll head over to the chat. Panthers good. Isles +1.5 and over 3.5. There you go. Blue Jackets, yeah. Rangers Sens. I thought that was going to be way higher scoring than it was. And Wild, nice, and the Flames. There you go. Flames puck line. Wow, yeah. Also bet Nuggets money line and saw a cash out in the fourth quarter of 90% of total profit and said, I am good. Nuggets are up 14. Wow. Yeah, the NBA sucks. It's an annoying sport to cap. So definitely not my favorite, but we have a full card to get attacked today. And yes, nice hockey card as well. But we will get into the association here. We have a good card here, or a decent size card for the NBA. So let's get it started here with, yes, I know this feels like we just saw this matchup. We did. This was a matchup last night, the Boston Celtics and the Charlotte Hornets. The Celtics are 11-point favorites in this game with a total of 232 in this one. Let's get into the line history, if it'll load here on my screen. That'd be cool because it's being slow. I should have switched this over before clicking go live, but it is what it is. There we go. This line opened up at an 11, still an 11 with a 5-cent line movement towards Boston. Line opened up 232. It's now 231.5, so it moved towards the under here as well. Interesting move there towards the under in this spot with, I believe they both that game soared over yesterday, if I remember right. Let's head over to the NBA for line history. And of course I need to log in because why would anything be easy this morning? Come on, log in. Or don't log in. There we go. 78% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the Boston Celtics. 94% of tickets, 92% cash on the over in this game. The lines moved a half point towards the under in this spot. Taking a look at these two teams, we just saw these two teams play last night as the Celtics did win and cover. They won by 15 last night, and they come right back to it today. They are 5-1 on the year, 4-2 ATS, 3-2-1 over under. They're 3-1 away from the Garden. On the flip side, the Charlotte Hornets are 2-3 this year, 2-3 straight up. NATS 2-2-1 over under, 1-2 at Spectrum Center there in Charlotte, North Carolina. A game I'm not really particularly interested in. I guess gun ahead, I would take a shot with the Hornets plus the points, and I would take a shot with the under. Maybe a little bit of a reverse of what happened last night, and actually it pushed the 233 last night. Now it's down to a 231.5. So I would lean under in this game if I'm getting involved with anything in this spot, but nothing here for me. All right, no chat. Yeah, started early. It is what it is. Let's move on. Sacramento Kings and the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are not a good basketball team, but they're covering numbers. Let's get into it here. Sacramento opened up as 7.5-point favorites. It's now an 8.5-point favorite. Line opened up 231. It's up to a 234.5. A move towards the over. A move towards the Sacramento Kings. 80% of tickets, 80% of cash is on the Kings. The line's moving towards them. 94% of tickets, 96% of cash is on the over. And the line's moving towards the over here in this one pretty dramatically. Both these teams on a second half of a back-to-back. The Toronto Raptors played the Lakers last night. They were down, I think, 25 at halftime, and they came all the way back to cover the 9, which was incredibly frustrating. On the flip side, we had the Sacramento Kings, who have won 3 straight games now after starting the season 0-2. They beat Portland, Utah, and Atlanta. Whoop-de-doo. Those 3 teams are not going to be particularly great this season. And look at this matchup. I mean, should Sacramento win? Yeah, they're 3-2, 2-2-1 ATS, 3-2 over under, 2-1 away from Sacramento. Toronto Raptors are 1-5 this year. However, they're 5-1 ATS. So this is a team that is ever since they got blown out the first game 136-106 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've covered 5 straight games. They've only won 1 of them though, and they've been decent dogs so far this year. I'm not stepping in front of them anymore. I've done that a few times during their little covering stretch where I thought there were good spots for the teams to come in and beat up on them. I thought that with the Timberwolves. I thought that with the Nuggets. I thought that with the Lakers. I was wrong. I'm done being wrong with this freaking Raptors team. So to stay off spot for me, if I'm looking to back Sacramento, there would be one way I would do it. It'd be a team total over. Because I'm not asking them to cover 8 points. I'm asking them to score how many? How many points are we asking them? Maybe that's worth a look here. Is a team total over for the Sacramento Kings? Because one thing we have seen from the Raptors is they play over the total. They do give up points. They do give up points aplenty. 131, 138, 127 the last 3 days, 3 games. They gave 136 to the Cavaliers, 112 to the T-Wolves. So this is a team that's been giving up points plenty. That's why the total is 234 in this game. It'd be 120.5. Kind of want to take that. I'm gonna write that down here for potential NBA looks to come back to. NBA looks. Kings team total over 120.5. There we go. I might come back and grab some Kings team total over in this game. Maybe. I'm going to try the low-hanging fruit technique on the NBA today. Everything seems obvious. I will bet the opposite. Seems to be the only way to cash. Take a couple chances to some big dogs. Yeah, I mean, probably the Raptors are probably one of those teams, right? Well, early show. Yeah, I have something to be due at like 12:30ish. So I had to start the show a little earlier with the bigger card. Pass. Islanders Sabres over 5.5. Love it. Yep, I was on the same thing there. Westbrook over 8.5 points. Loser. Westbrook over 3.5 assists. There you go. And over 3.5 boards. Nuggets +4. Got the job done. Love to see it. Bulls money line. Yeah. Pistons +6.5. They got blown out. Lakers laying at 3 and 4 in the NBA. It's just the first game. This is the second game. This is the second game. Nice Cannon being up 1 unit. It's a good day. Yeah. Can't complain. We'll keep on going here. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies 1-point road favorites in this game, total 223 in this game, as I believe Joel Embiid continues to be out. This line opened up at a 2. It's now a -1. Line opened up 221.5, got up to a 222.5. Now it's up to a 223.5. As we've had this full point increment moving up. 92% of tickets, 89% of the cash is on the over. That'll do that. 76% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the Grizzlies. We get the lines moving towards the Sixers in this game. 30% of tickets, 78% of cash on the money line here. I want to take a look real quick because we are working with basically a money line price. Sign opened up -140 for the Grizzlies. It's now -110. This tells me that we might see Joel Embiid today. Let's get up. I feel like I should do this where I should get up DK for what do you call it, for injury report. See what we're working with. This line tells me that that Embiid might be available today. And if it's not, then this is strictly a line move type of play, and I would take Philly. With all the money coming in on the Grizzlies, we get the line moving towards Philly. This is either Joel Embiid is back, or it is just a reverse line movement, and you bet Philly. So I only want Philly if Embiid's not playing. Let's take a look here as I'm getting up the DK card for that. Let's see if anybody in the chat's mentioned it here. Let's see. For the Sixers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers. Embiid remains out. Paul George remains out. Yeah, this is a play on the Marcus Smart's out. Desmond Bane's out. All right. So this is a play on the Philadelphia 76ers for me. And I'll take the -110 or whatever with it. I want to write that down. 76ers money line there to come back to after the show. Because I'm going to bet all my stuff after the show's over. I'm going to write down what I want to bet, and then I'm going to come back to it at the end of the show. Because I had time for these plays. So I will probably be on the 76ers money line here today. Sixers for me. Yeah, not bad. Can't complain. Got 76ers at plus money last night. There you go. Knew it would be CLV. Yeah. I'm gonna be on the Sixers with you there. I will. All right, here we go. Let me get up Sagarin, or let me get up Sagarin, which is the number where I get numbers for this one. Brown should be 1-point favorites in that game. The wrong team's favorite in that spot. Wagner should be about 7.5-point dogs. Value on Wagner, value on Brown for those two games. Now I can bet the Grizzlies to make coffee money. Maybe, but still, like that, it's still minus money for the Grizzlies. So I don't. Maybe Sixers money line. Duquesne minus 22.5. Let's see here. Duquesne. Should be 22.5. All right, so that number is correct. That number is correct. We'll keep it going here. Minnesota Timberwolves and San Antonio Spurs. T-Wolves 3.5-point road favorites, total 213.5 in this game. They're coming in off of a back-to-back. These T-Wolves, line opened up at a 6. Immediately went to a 4. Now it's down to a 3.5. So we have a nice movement here towards these San Antonio Spurs. Line opened up at a 218, down to a 217, down to a 216, down to 215. Now it's down to a 213.5. A massive move towards the under here, and a decent move towards these Spurs with 85% of tickets and 79% of cash on the Timberwolves in this game. 98% of tickets, 95% of cash on the over. I don't think this is a good spot for the T-Wolves. They're coming in off of a hard-fought game against the Denver Nuggets last night where both teams had double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. The T-Wolves are 3-2 on the year. They're 1-4 ATS. This has been a bad covering team, this T-Wolves team. On the flip side, San Antonio, they are 2-3, but they're 3-2 ATS. They're 1-4 over-under. They're 1-1 at Frostbank Center here in San Antonio. I'm interested in the Spurs, and I'm going to write them down here. Spurs plus the 3.5. This has been a Timberwolves team that has struggled to cover this year. The line's moving against them with all the money on them. And it's just a bad spot for them. They're coming off of what was a potential playoff revenge spot for the Nuggets. They had a double-digit comeback last night in the fourth quarter. So I think that this is a spot where now they have to travel on back-to-back. I'm going to be on the Spurs here at plus the 3.5. I will be with San Antonio in this one. I like the first two. There you go. Mary Mac -2. I have Robert Morris as a 1.5 point favorite in that game. So there's that. Kind of looks like a Spurs spot. Yep. T-Wolves -7. These line moves mean opposite if I'm paying attention correctly. Maybe. Spurs +4. Lehigh. I have Georgetown as about 1.5 point favorite. Stony Brook, the Seawolves. I have them as 29 point favorites against Bryant. Big value here. There you go. 29 is my number for the Seawolves there. Only me and Bailey today. Yeah. It's also an earlier show, so yeah. And it's the NBA. So there's that. We'll keep on going. We have the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. The Rockets opened up as 5 point favorites. It's down to 6 point favorites, down to a 5 now in this game here. Curry remains out for the Warriors. It's just Adams for the Thunder. Line opened up 218. It's down to a 217.5. I'll move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one. 78% of the tickets, 74% of cash is on the Warriors. The line's moving towards them. 99 and 93 is on the over in this game here as well. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the matchup. The Golden State Warriors have been good this year. 4-1 straight up. NATS this year. 2-0 away from home. 2-3 over under. The Rockets are 3-2. They're 3-2 straight up NATS, 1-4 over under. They're 1-1 at Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas. The Rockets are on back-to-back wins. Both of them are on the road. They played a Texas road trip, San Antonio, Dallas. On the flip side, this is the Golden State Warriors are hitting the road after back-to-back wins against the New Orleans Pelicans. They've won 4 of their 5 games. They've covered 4 of their 5 games. This has been a pure domination spot here. If you're somebody who likes head-to-head records and things along those lines, the Golden State Warriors have won 10 in a row against this Houston Rockets team, including covering 7 of those there. For me, it's Golden State or nothing. I would only take the points with the Warriors in this spot. But am I getting involved in this game? No. But I would only look towards the dog in this one here. Dog or pass for me. It's going to be a pass. Stony Brook, 2 units. There you go. The 10:30 crew will be here soon. Yeah. I got -7.5 Stony Brook. Wow. Bucknell +7. And I probably should join you on Stony Brook. I probably should. I have Lafayette as a 4.5 point favorite in that game. So value on Bucknell. Butler -24.5. I have them as 19.5. I was reading the comment. So many comments say lost my. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Fordham. Let's see, Fordham. I have them as 1.8 or about 1.5, 2 point favorites in that game. NBA, I'm 27 and 25. Yeah, it's not been a good start for me, obviously. But I'm not an NBA guy, so pass. Join me, Nick. Might have to throw a couple bucks on Stony Brook there. Might bet Bucknell. Fair. Let's keep it going. Try to move a little bit with a brisk pace here in the association. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks. This one here, line opened up 3.5 down to a 1.5 for the Bucks. So we would move towards Cleveland. Line opened up 231. It's now 232.5. We'll move towards the over here as well. We have 82% of tickets, 83% of cash is on the Cavaliers spread, but 40% of tickets, 76% of cash on the money line. So depending on what you look at there. And 95% tickets, 94% cash on the over here as well. Here's the thing. I know it's very public. I would only take the Cavaliers in this spot. And I get it. The Cavaliers are on a second half of a back-to-back, but this team continues to win and cover. I'm not stepping in front of the Cavaliers right now. I'm just not going to do it, especially with a Milwaukee Bucks team that has lost 4 games in a row and has only covered once this year. And that was their opening game against the Philadelphia 76ers and their only win of the year. There's no way in hell I'm laying a number with the Milwaukee Bucks in this spot. That being said, the Bucks probably win this game. But the market is respecting the money coming in on the Cavaliers. I would only look Cleveland in this game. Strus is out for them. Middleton is out. Giannis is questionable in the second half of a back-to-back. I would only look Cleveland in this spot, and I might move on Cleveland. It's just a lean at this point, though. I would only look Cavaliers, though. Hampton plus 11. Let's see. I have them as 3.5. So there's value on Hampton there. Cavs money line. I mean, I believe this is the best team in the NBA. Yeah. Bucks money line. Howard minus 11.5. Let's see. They should be 11.5. Indiana State should be a 14. It should be a 14. So slight value on there. Passing looks like a trap. Yeah, it just seems like such an NBA thing. Yeah, Morehead State. I have that game at 2.5, 2.5, 3 range. So value on the Eagles there. Let's keep it going. We have 4 more games remaining in the NBA. I've got 3 plays typed in so far. Kings team total over, Sixers money line, and the Spurs. So let's keep it going here. This one is at Cap One Arena. That is still in Washington now. Line opened up at an 8 up to a 9.5 for Miami. So we do have a move towards these Heat. Line opened up 226. It's now a 223. A move towards the under and a move towards the Heat in this spot. Now, I don't trust the Heat as this big of favorites, and it looks like neither does the betting public here in this game as well. The lines move towards them, but we have 66% of tickets and 60% of cash on the Wizards in this spot. 97% tickets, 95% cash on the over here as well. I can't trust an over in a Wizards game or an under in a Wizards game. That's just something I won't do. And I get it. It's the Miami Heat. The Heat are 2-2 this year, 1-3 against the number. The Wizards are 2-2, 2-2 against the number, 3-1 to the over so far this season. The Heat are coming in off of a loss against the New York Knicks. The Washington Wizards are coming off of back-to-back wins against Atlanta. So I'm not high on either of these teams. I would only look if I'm playing and I'm laying. I would only look towards the Miami Heat in this game. And I'm going to put Miami. I'm going to put Heat -9 with question marks there. I don't know if I move on this game, but if I would only look towards the favorite in this spot. Wizards money line. There you go. If you're going to take it, take a shot. Morgan State. I have them as 7.5. So yeah. One of these dogs will hit. Fair. William and Mary. They should be 13.5. Dayton should be a 1.5. So value on Presbyterian in that game. Lean Heat, but pass. Princeton laying the points. They should be about 4.5. So there you go. I'm going to bet 3 games at plus 300 or more, and I'll break even at worst. There you go. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. People show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Tim, the rest of the same, my dog. There you go. Good for you. They covered the number, though. They covered the spread. Good teams win. Great teams cover. Let's move on. 3 games remaining on the card. We have the Suns as massive favorites in this game. 12.5 total, 225 in this spot. Line open up 12.5, still a 12.5. Line open up 224.5. It's now 225. A move towards the over and no move on the side. 67% of the tickets, 74% of cash is on the Suns. The line is moving. The line's not moving at all in that matchup there. 97% of tickets, 96% of cash on the over. The line not really moving there. Actually, I believe the line moved a half point towards the over in this spot. Not a game I have any interest in here. The Blazers on a second half of a back-to-back. They played the Thunder last night. So I understand why the Suns are this big of favorites. Do I trust them to cover a number? No, they're 4-1 straight up with 2-3 ATS this year. So this is a Suns team that has struggled to cover numbers. And I think that they can potentially struggle to cover this one. But do I have any interest in taking the points with the what do you call it? With the Blazers? No. So this is a pass for me. No action. Road Warriors. Yeah. Nuggets covered. Yeah. That Denver game was the NBA in a nutshell. Fair. Monmouth. I have New Jersey. No. Rhode Island is 5-point favorites. Pass. Bucks money line. Yeah, I feel that line does scream Bucks. Stonehill. I have they should be around 7.5. They should be 7.5. And Albany should be a pick 'em. That number's right. Let's keep it going here. 2 games remaining on the card. Another big favorite, and then we get a road favorite after this. We have the Denver Nuggets taking on the Utah Jazz. This line opened up 10.5. It's still 10.5. Line opened up 217.5. It is now 221. A move towards the over and no move on the side. 77% of tickets, 79% of cash on the Nuggets. The line's not moving. 98 and 97 on the over here in this spot. We have the Denver Nuggets coming in off of a second half of a back-to-back. They were in Minnesota last night. It was a hard-fought game. I absolutely want nothing to do with laying points with the Nuggets in this game. I just don't. They've covered 1 spread so far this year, and that was last game. This is a Nuggets team that I can't back as a favorite right now. I'll maybe take shots with them when they're dogs, but I am betting the Nuggets to cover here in this spot. But I need to see something out of the Jazz first before I go ahead and place a bet on them. They're 0-5 this year. They are 2-3 ATS. They have been double-digit dogs once this year so far, and it was on the road against Dallas, and they covered as 12-point dogs. They lost by 8. So maybe this is Jazz or nothing. And the more and more I talk about it, the more and more I'm actually kind of interested in Jazz. It'd be Jazz plus 10.5. I think I might add that. I think I might take Utah in this game. The Nuggets coming off of an emotional game there. And they've been playing a decent amount of basketball as of late, and they've played a couple overtime games. So situationally, this is a bad. I'm going to take away the question marks away from the Jazz. I'm going to bet the Jazz in this game. Denver, this is going to be the second half of a back-to-back for them. It'll be now they had 2 days off in between, but this will be their 4th game in 7 days. It'll be their 5th game in 9 days. It'll be their 6th game in 11 days. They've been playing basically back-to-back or with a day's rest the last few days. I think this is a Jazz spot for me here, and I'm going to take them to cover the 10.5 in this one. Let's see. There you go. Westbrook props. Good luck. Oh, and Jamal Murray might be out for this game. So Nugs on do not bet list. That's fair. Bet it 3 times. Every time 2 out of 3 hit. There you go. Utah and Nuggets. Nugs suck. Both teams good in elevation. Yeah. Harvard. I believe you cashed with Harvard last week. I have them as 1.5 point favorites, so no value there. Furman. Money earning Furman. Here. Let's see. I have them as 9 point favorites in that game. Gardner Webb. I have them as 19 point favorites in that game. Wow. Big value on that one there. Drake. I have them as 42 point favorites there against Mercyhurst. I don't even know who. Or no, that's Marist. Yeah. 42.5 point favorites. Wow. Let's see. Elon. They should be 8 point. They should be 8 point favorites in that game. No, 7 point favorites in that game. 7 point. Oh crap! I was looking at the wrong numbers. Drake should be 23 point favorites. I'm sorry. Drake should be 23 point favorites. Gardner Webb should be 4 point favorites. Damn it. My bad. I was looking at the wrong numbers. I apologize. Do not put 2 units on those. No, don't do it. Just sticking with that. Westbrook props. Yeah. No, I was reading the wrong numbers. Okay. Yeah. No, neither Webb or Drake are big value. Those Panthers finished props hit so hard yesterday. Barkov 4 points and Lindell anytime goal. Yeah, I saw that. Nice. Yes, FCS. 15-9. There you go. 2 unit. Yeah, no. Lean Portland plus the over. Well, that's fair. Never mind. No Drake. You good? I don't bet until the end of the show for FCS. There you go. So no bets. None got it. Yep. Nope. Final game in the NBA, then we can go over to the NHL. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the LA Clippers. The Thunder 5.5 point favorites, total of 220.5 in this game. Line opened up at an 8. It's down to a 5.5 now. Big move towards these Clips. Line opened up 220.5. It's still a 220.5 here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game. 72% of tickets, 53% of cash is on the Thunder. I feel like Clippers plus 5.5 to play. I feel like it is. With 28% of tickets, 47% of cash on them. So sharp money coming in on them. The line moving towards them. 98% of tickets, 94% cash on the over here. The Clippers, they should have covered in their last game. They're 2-3 this year, but they're 3-2 against the number. They were up big. I think they're up 17 points against the Suns and managed not to cover 4.5 points. That was frustrating. But they've been a good dog this year. They're 3-1 ATS as a dog. Their only game as a favorite. They lost outright. OKC is the second half of a back-to-back, third game in 4 nights for them. This is a bad situational spot for OKC. I do think there's value here with the Thunder or with the Clippers. At the plus 5.5 number here, I'll probably be betting them today as well. So probably Clippers plus the points here for me against the Thunder in this spot. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. That Flames cap last night was too easy. The more I thought about it, Markstrom is cursed in that barn. Fair. Towson plus the 7.5. They should be 8.5, 9. Clippers money line. Lindenwood, Lions. Tennessee Tech should be a 1 point favorite. So yeah, no, that's about right. You got a later NCAA game you really like today. Baylor. I had Baylor written down, Tennessee written down, Louisville, and Mississippi State as later games. The card kind of sucks for college football today. I'll be straight up. I'm not a huge fan of the college football card today. But I did bet a few spots on there. So those would be the ones I would look towards. I missed NBA. Yeah, you're all good. Chattanooga minus 115. Yeah, they should be 3-point favorites in that game. So a little bit of value there. Thoughts on Georgia and Arizona today? Did I lay it against who's Arizona playing? Central Florida. If I'm playing, I'm laying in that game there. And Georgia, I took Florida. I'm on the Gators in that game. The Bulldog Georgia has been very overvalued this year. Utah money line plus there you go. Clips yet to win at home, but they've been good dogs. They've covered at home though. Alabama A&M. Let's see. They should. There you go. They should be 3.5-point favorites. 3.5-point favorites. Stony Brook. Minus 7.5. What's minus 7.5? Card that later. Yes, card later though. Yep. Grambling minus 5.5. They should be a 5, and I like Clippers plus 5.5. Yep. And that's how we're gonna end the NBA card. Now we will go into hockey, where we go to the Dallas Stars and the Florida Panthers playing the second game of the Global Series there in Finland. The Panthers with a nice win yesterday, as they won 6-4 in that first game there. So immediately I want to look at the under in this game. Let's get that out of the way. And Dallas, when you look at the expected goal numbers in that first game, 4.25 to 1.98 in favor of the Dallas Stars. So a rough start there for Ottinger in that first game there. It's kind of a bad game for Ottinger on that first one. The Dallas Stars, though they made a push at the end, obviously wasn't nearly enough. I would only look Dallas in this game. And I think that's how I'm gonna move on Dallas in this spot. We have these two teams just played. And I have Dallas around a 120, 125 favorite in this game. They are 108. I'm going to move on the Stars money line here. I'm going to write this down. NHL looks. I'm actually going to get the Dallas Stars bet in now. Let me grab that real quick. Dallas Stars minus 108 for me. I'm grabbing that now because I have a feeling that the show might still be going when that puck drops. Actually, I don't think it will, but just to be safe, I'm going to grab the Dallas Stars at minus 108 to bounce back and win this game here. So Stars for me minus the 108. Let's see. Stars bounce back in the under. Yeah, I would lean under in that game. Still like the Panthers. Still like Panthers today. Barkov props. There you go. Jackson State minus 23.5. I have them as 16.5. So value there on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Barkov is the king of Finland. There you go. Stars money line under 6.5. Oklahoma City. I'm on the opposite side there. And Mercer. I have them as 6.5-point favorites. So that line is correct. We'll move on. The Boston Bruins and the Philadelphia Flyers. This Bruins team's in trouble. And I don't know how much better it gets today. They take on a Flyers team that is 4-6-1 to start the year. They're also 4-6-1, this Boston Bruins team. And they are 1-3-1 away from Boston when the Flyers are 2-3 at home this year, so neither team has been particularly great. The Flyers are starting to play better, though. Back-to-back wins as they just beat this Bruins team on the 29th of October, and then they follow it up with a Halloween win against the St. Louis Blues. The Bruins have looked brutal as of late. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games back-to-back, including an 8-2 loss against Carolina and a 2-0 loss against Philly. I can only look Boston in this spot, but my numbers like Philly. Situationally, I think this is a decent Bruins spot. They get the short-term revenge. They just got shut out against this Flyers team, and they did not bounce back against Carolina. And maybe the Boston Bruins just might suck this year. And they might not make the playoffs, and who knows who can slip into that playoff spot there if the Bruins miss the playoffs there. But I mean, I don't want the Flyers, especially that they just beat this Bruins team. So overall, this is a no play for me. But situationally, I think this is a good Boston spot. Numbers wise, the Flyers shouldn't be a dog right now. So against this Bruins team. So I don't know. I guess dog or pass. If I'm this conflicted, I would only look towards the Flyers, but I don't really want the Flyers at all. So pass. Prairie View. Let's get back onto there. Prairie View. I have them as 10-point favorites. Bruins. I have not been good picking totals, but lean over. I could see that after the 2-0 game those two teams just played. Stanford, I have them as 9.5-point favorites. Murray State, I know I'm not clicking right now. I have Murray State as 40-point dogs. Yeah, 40-point dogs in that game. And Houston Christian should be 24.5-point dogs. So, yeah, no value really on either of those. Yeah, and then pass. Yeah, there's better games on this hockey card. Like maybe this one. We have the Kings laying $2. Yikes. They are taking on the Blackhawks on the road, though, coming in off of a loss against the San Jose Sharks. Now, every single team that's lost to the Sharks so far has bounced back with a win. Are the Blackhawks one of those teams that can do that, though? The Kings have kind of been a little bit of a surprise. I wasn't as high on them as I know a lot of people were. 6-3-2 to start the year, 3-0 at Crypto.com Arena at Staples Center, 3-0 at Staples Center this year. Chicago 3-7-1 this year. They're 2-4-1 on the road, so they've actually been okay on the road. They're coming in off of a loss against the San Jose Sharks. This is their 4th road game on a road trip here. Let's see. Do they finish off? No, they go to Anaheim after this. So they get one more game, and that game is tomorrow against Anaheim. So maybe Anaheim's worth the look there in that spot. The Kings have dominated this matchup. They won 5 in a row against the Blackhawks in this spot. My numbers have the Kings as favorites. They do not have them as 2-1 favorites. It would be dog or pass for me here in this game between the Blackhawks and the Kings. Not a game I am getting involved with. And for the total, I have this game projected at 5.92. So I think this number is about right when it comes to it. So no interest in this one here. For me, I guess dog or pass, but not one I'm getting involved with. The amount of college football is hilarious. I mean, it's only, I think the FBS only has like 40-something games today. It's actually not as huge of a slate. Hawks money line. I lean in that direction after losing to the Sharks. Yeah. Kings and under it, but this price pass. Yeah. UNI, Northern Iowa. Should be 30-point dogs in that game. So they should be 30-point dogs. That's correct. LA here. Southern Utah, the Screaming Eagles. Should be 1.5 dogs, so a little bit of value there with the Screaming Eagles. Montana State laying the points. 15.5, 16, so slightly towards the Bobcats there. Pass on this NHL game. Yeah, let's keep it going. Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Capitals minus 210 favorites, total 6.5. I was wrong about the Capitals. I have them under their point total this year. I thought they were going to take a step back. I thought they overachieved last year. And they still might have overachieved last year, and I still might be right on that statement, but they are definitely not they were definitely I was definitely wrong about them this year though. They're 7-2. They're 5-1 at Cap One Arena. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are 5-4-1. They're 1-1 away from Columbus. The Capitals have won back-to-back games after losing to the Lightning 3-0. They beat the Rangers 5-3. They beat the Canadiens 6-3. We had the Columbus Blue Jackets off of a 6-2 loss yesterday against the Winnipeg Jets. This is a bad situational spot because we have the Columbus Blue Jackets also in the third game in 4 nights because they played the Islanders on the 30th, then the Jets, and then last night, and then they play the Caps tonight. And this will be the 4th game in 6 days for them as well. So a lot of hockey being played by this Blue Jackets team lately. And this offense for the Caps is legit. 3.99 expected goals for per game. The last 10 are so far this season. And they're only giving up 2.5 expected goals a game. They've been way better than I thought they would be this season. I would only look towards playing the Caps in this game situationally. I'm not laying minus 260 on them now, though. That line's moved dramatically. So price-wise, this is a no play for me. But I'm not stepping in front of the Capitals right now. I was wrong about them. I'm not stepping in front of them. I'm going back to CBJ. Texas Southern. I have them as 14-point dogs. Pitt +7. I lean in that direction. I lean Pitt. Did not play it, though. Lamar. It should be a half-point favorite. Nicholls State. Type. Should be a 2-point dog. The Jets have been crazy aggressive. Not sure how long they can keep up at this pace, but the Jets have been getting over 40 shots on goal since the Leafs dominated them. Yeah, they've looked good. Weber State. I have them as 2-point dogs. Pass. Caps are rolling 3rd and 4th. Thinking Caps. Yeah, I would only look Caps in this game. Might bet the Hawks. Caps letdown spots incoming. Maybe. We'll see. Colorado State -2. I think I leaned. All right, I have that game at Colorado State -1. So not a game I got involved with. Not enough of an edge. Let's get into a game I know I'll get involved with. Unfortunately, did not come through last time. But holy crap, this line's moving. I need to get involved. I need to bet this now. And let's take a look. They priced me out of it. But we've been so successful with this. We're laying some chalk in this game. On this one for the team total over full game over spot here. Because the 6.5 is now -133, and the team total over for the Montreal Canadiens is 2.5, but it's -155. Let's get into it here. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens. We have the Canadiens, or my bad, the where is this game? I know I typed it up. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't type in the names. There we go. Habs, Penguins. There we go. I have this game projected for 7 goals, 7.08 goals, 3.87 for the Penguins, 3.22 for the Habs. So I see even at the -155 price tag, there is slight value there on the team total over here with the Canadiens. I hate laying this type of juice, but it's for a reason. Now, unfortunately, it came to an end last game, and if it loses this game, then maybe we take a step back and we have to dive back into a deeper way of doing it. But the 6-game team total over streak against the Pittsburgh Penguins came to an end last game against the Anaheim Ducks when they won 2-1 in overtime. We had been extremely successful betting team total overs against the Penguins and full game overs with the Penguins there. And I'm back on it here. Montreal Canadiens team total over 2.5 is minus 155, and the full game over 6.5 is minus 133. No, I don't like the juice on this game, but I got to keep going on this. And if it loses this time, then I'll take a step back and then we will reassess from there. But this is just me continuing my blind bets against the Pittsburgh Penguins defense, which has been putrid this year. They've given up 3 or less than 3 goals in one game this year, and it was the last game there against the Ducks. I'm going to challenge them to do it again here. Canadiens team total over, the full game over for me. Very juicy, but yeah. Habs, yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for doing FES. Absolutely. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow me. You can message me for any games that you have questions on. So, yeah. Habs money line, under 6.5. I like the over. Oh, you meant over. There you go. Davidson +3. I have Davidson at okay. Oops. Davidson -4 or not -4, +4. Davidson should be a +4. I like the Canadiens here too. Yeah, it's tough to like the Penguins at this type of number. Over seems about right. Yeah, it's being juiced, so it's going to be a 7 soon. Canadiens +155 money line. Love it. Have scrappy road dogs. Yeah, and over 6.5. I got you. It seems like a pen spot, and it very well could be. I'm just asking them to give up 3 goals. That's it. Something they've done in all but one game. Don't even mind the draw on this one. 3-3. I could see 3-3. UC Davis. I have them as 24.5-point favorites. Utah Tech, the Trailblazers. I have them as 22-point dogs. So slightly leaning towards Utah Tech at that number. Let's keep it going. 6 games remaining on the card. We have the Seattle Kraken and the Ottawa Senators. Sens -130 favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at what these two teams are doing. The Senators on a second half of a back-to-back. They were in New York last night. They lose 2-1. And a game they kind of controlled the play a little bit there against the New York Rangers. They outshot them 41-18. So if not for Igor Shesterkin, this Rangers team is starting to get outplayed in games. And I'm going to start pumping the brakes on the New York Rangers if they continue to play like that. Even if they're winning games, they're not supposed to be. Which maybe that's just a sign of a good team, is they win games that they get outplayed. The Sens have now lost 3 out of the last 4 games. The only game they won was that 8-1 win over the St. Louis Blues. Kraken have lost 4 of their last 5. They're coming off of a 4-1 loss against the Toronto Maple Leafs in their previous game there. My numbers have this game at, if I can find the game, because I forgot to type team names in, so I can't just search it like that. I have this game with the Sens as favorites, probably around -130, -135. So if I'm looking at anything there, it would be a Senators spot for me. But looking at the total, I see probably a little bit more of an edge on the total. I'd take it under 6.5 if available, because I have this game projected for 5.8 goals. If this is a 6, I really don't have too much of an interest in it. Then it is a 6, so not as much of an interest in it then. But it would be a slight lean towards the under at the number. A slight lean towards the under. Mr. Trap himself is here. There you go. Kraken. Alcorn State. Let's see. Should be 5-point dogs. So it'd be a lean towards Alabama State. I see your comments. I'm just typing them in, so I'm not going back and forth. I have Montana State as 16.5-point favorites, so value on them there. Austin, PA. I have them as 7-point dogs, so value on North Alabama. UT Martin. I have them as 8-point favorites. Over also seems good. There you go. Tarleton State, 13. I have them as 13.5-point favorites. 2 more games left, and we've covered the whole slate. Jesus. Toronto Maple Leafs minus 195 favorites, total of 6 in this game. They take on the St. Louis Blues. And this is a spot I like the Blues at, home dogs, but these two teams just played in Toronto a little bit more than a week ago, and the Blues won 5-1. Definitely not a spot I'm going to jump in front of the Leafs here. It is a Saturday night game, so maybe they might actually have more. They won't have the wine and cheese crowd tonight. They might actually have an actual energetic crowd. It's our first game back after a 4-game road trip for the St. Louis Blues. They lost the last 3 on the road trip to Montreal, Ottawa, and Philly. On the flip side, back-to-back wins for the Toronto Maple Leafs. 6-4 against Winnipeg, 4-1 against Seattle. I would only look towards the Leafs in this game situationally. My numbers have, let's see. Oh, crap. I never did this one. Let's quickly type these in. It's the fun part. I totally blanked on updating this game for the spreadsheet. So let me quickly do that. I don't know how I missed this game. There we go. I have Toronto should be favorites, but I don't know about this big of favorites, and I have a slight lean towards the under. Not a game I'm going to get involved with, but it would be a lean towards. At the number, I don't know if I can lay $2 on the road. Oh, my bad. It's in St. Louis. Never mind on the wine and cheese crowd comment there. It's not in Toronto. But yeah, I don't know if I can get involved with this game. I don't want to lay $2 on the road with the Leafs, but I don't want to take the Blues right now either. So tricky slate. Game of the night. There you go. Berube getting his video highlight and standing out. Oh, I totally forgot about that angle. Yeah. Kyrou anytime goal. I can see it. What was the Tarleton State game again? 13.5 for Tarleton State. Blues plus 1.5 and Leafs likely win in overtime. Wow. McNeese. Should be 14.5-point favorites. And Parleys, we just did that one. They should be 16.5-point dogs. And then Portland State should be 11-point dogs. So there you go. Finally over. There you go. We made it through the entire FCS card while capping NBA and the NHL. Good job. I lean toward taking a shot with the Blues there. Let's move on here. The Detroit Red Wings taking on the Buffalo Sabres. The Red Wings 6.5-point favorite. Minus 115 favorites in this game with a total of 6.5. The Sabres coming in on a second half of a back-to-back. So not the greatest spot for the Buffalo Sabres, but see a little bit of value with them here at this number. I have the Sabres projected around a 120, 125 favorite in this game. I'm kind of interested in the bounce back spot here for the Buffalo Sabres, and they get a Red Wings team that I'm not very high on. That I know a lot of people want to say are gonna do good things this year. I don't see it. Now these two teams just played less than a week ago, or last Saturday. These two teams played, and the Sabres won that game 5-3. The Red Wings have lost 3 in a row now. They've kind of been struggling here. The Buffalo Sabres have lost 2 in a row, including last night to the New York Islanders, a 4-3 game there. Very evenly matched in that game there. And I have this game projected for 6.5 goals, so I think that 6.5 number is spot on. As for the total, or as for the side, I want to take a shot with Buffalo in this game. I'm going to take a shot with Buffalo in this game. Give me the Sabres, even money in this one here. I see some value here with Buffalo. This game, I get it. Maybe not the greatest at situational spots. Second half of a back-to-back. Not a huge travel, Buffalo to Detroit. It is going to be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen in net. I like that better than Levi. So there's that as well. But for me, I'm going to take a shot with Buffalo here in this game. This is a team I said was more bet on than bet against. I didn't see value in them yesterday. I see value in them today. So Buffalo Sabres for me at even money. I'll take a shot with them there. Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate the $5 dono as well. Yeah, no, not a problem. I have no problem. I have no problem running through numbers. That's fun. I can see the draw on this one. Brown, Wagner, Stony Brook, Bucknell, Hampton, Morehead State, Presbyterian, Rhode Island, Stonehill, Alabama A&M, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Southern Utah, Texas Southern, Alabama State, North Alabama, Tennessee State, Tarleton State, Cal Poly. There you go. Sabres plus 1.5. It's a parlay piece. Buffalo money line. Your spreadsheet says they're nice. Yeah, I do expect better from the Buffalo Sabres. There's been a couple games where they've not looked particularly great, but yeah, I could definitely see that there. What's good, Nicholas Handy? Let's keep going. 3 games remaining on the card. This is a tricky matchup here. The Colorado Avalanche and the Nashville Predators. Yeah, my numbers suggest that the Avs should be favorites in this game, but my numbers don't have injuries involved with them. It's just advanced metrics and things along those lines and projected results. That's all it is. So I can't read too much into that. My numbers suggesting that the Avs should be favorites, because pretty plain and simply, it does not show what they should be, which is banged up and injured. Is what this Colorado Avalanche team is. They are on back-to-back losses. I want to see Yanninen in net. Then I'd be a little bit more interested in him. The Preds are also off of back-to-back losses here as well. This is not a game I have any interest in whatsoever. Pretty plain simple pass here. I guess gun to head, I would take a shot with the Avs as dogs. That's about it. I have really no interest in this game, though. So another pass. I know a lot of passing today, but this is just, the big cards. Sometimes there's not that many good spots. We have the Stars, we have Sabres, and we have the double up on the Penguins game. So we really don't have that much action today, but it happens. Don't need to force action here. Card after the show, yes. Over, Nashville spot, pass. These cards suck, kind of. Ivan, anytime goal. That's a sweet name, ain't it? We'll move on. 2 games remaining on the card. The Vegas Golden Knights and the Utah Coyotes. Vegas Golden Knights minus 180. Total of 6.5 in this game. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights have been a very predictable team so far this season. You bet them at home, you fade them on the road. I don't know if I'm getting involved with that here. I definitely, my number suggests the under 6.5. I can't bet unders with this Vegas Golden Knights team right now. This has been a Vegas Golden Knights team that's played majority overs, 9-2 the over. They've been an awesome over team so far this year. And maybe this is just I play the Vegas -1, and regardless of what my numbers say, I just back the Vegas Golden Knights at home, and I fade them on the road until further notice. And the -1 line is -170 plus 137. So we're looking at -170 plus 137. We're looking at -114 for a -1 for the Vegas Golden Knights. That would be my lean in this game. Is it's VGK -1. Am I getting involved with it? No. I will be involved in the next game though. I will definitely be involved in the next game. So there is that. Wow, and that line has moved since last night, which I totally forgot to bet it. Great. Dang, that's a -150. It's not what I wanted to see. With that last game there. I am involved in the last game though. So we'll get into that in just a second. Utah, who's in net? Let's see. That would be. I haven't looked at any goaltenders so far today. DeSmith is confirmed. Let's see anybody else confirmed. Let's hit refresh. See if we have any other confirmations. Cam Talbot confirmed for the Red Wings. Makes me like the Sabres play even more. Nedeljkovic like. All good trends must come to an end. Yeah, and we use ride them until they do. So, talk about a trend. Let's get into it here. We have the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. The Canucks are -260, now 290 favorites in this game, total of 6 in the spot. I wanted to back the Canucks in this game. I did. Situationally, we have the Canucks coming in off of the shutout loss, and they have a team they can beat up on in the San Jose Sharks. It is just not worth it anymore. The team total over 3.5 is -150. The full game or the puck line's -115. Lost any value in trying to back Vancouver here, which Vancouver is 9-1-1 against the San Jose Sharks in the last 10 meetings, and they've covered the puck line in 5 of the last 6 matchups. The only one they didn't was that 4-3 loss on November 25th last year. I want the Canucks. The question is, do I lay the puck line? And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lay the puck line with the Canucks. I'm also on the over 6. And that's a system play from the Ice Guys that I've been riding a little bit as of late. So shout out to them. Teams coming off a shutout loss. The first period over, I think, is 16-2. The full game over is 13-4-1. I have not bet the first period overs. I have been betting the full game overs. So I am on the full game over 6 here with the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. And I'm going to take the Canucks puck line here at -115. And yeah, probably the value is gone. I know that everybody loves the Sharks right now. Cool. I'm taking the puck line with Vancouver in this game. I think this is a good letdown spot for the Sharks because you don't have a team. You don't have a team overlooking them in this game. For sure, the Canucks are not going to come into this game and just go through the motions and everything like that. No, they're going to come in. They're going to look for blood in this game. I'm on the Canucks puck line -115. I'm on the full game over 6 as well here to end the night here with the NHL. Sharks money line. Best team in the NHL +1.5. There you go. Canucks puck line. I like it. Yeah. Vancouver might win 7-0, but I'm not paying to find out. Fair. Over 6, why not? Liljegren anytime goal. Yeah. You could also play, and I kind of want to see what this would be. Maybe use it. Because I got some free bets on Bet365, and I know they allow you to do fun little parlay things, which I'm gonna mess around and do that on Bet365 with. I got $100 worth of bonus bets from a certain promo that I got a notification for and did. So I'm gonna maybe that's one I do it with is taking the Canucks money line with the over. What's the Canucks money line in the over? Maybe over 5.5. Let's take a look here. You can get over 6 at -120 there. But let's do over 5.5 goals with the Canucks money line Can we get? Does that give us plus money? Money line plus 110. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a small bet on that. Canucks money line, the over 5.5. There's a little plus 110 over on Bet365. Take a shot with that as well. But that's not an official play. Not an official play on that one there. Just a fun little play there. Where's your bro these days? I guess I missed that. He works on the weekends. He's here during the week. He works on the weekends during the show. So unfortunately, it's just me on weekend days. But that is everything for today's card. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. Let me throw my CapperTek in the chat real quick. See there. Put that in the chat. If you guys follow my CapperTek, go click on that link there. Go to my account, hit the follow button. You will get a 7-day free pass for all my posted plays, which I have no new followers. So all you guys got to do is follow me. I'll give you passes. So first time followers, if you guys do that, you will get 7 days for free. But that is everything for today's card. Quick, go back to there. Yeah, see you tomorrow there, Bailey. But yeah, we will catch you guys same time, same place tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.